To all clients of the company, we will give away $15,000 among our new clients, and 15 ounces of gold will be raffled off among our active clients. Take part in the celebratory raffle and get your prizes. FreshForex turns 15. A birthday is a good reason for gifts. FreshForex will give presents to all clients of the company. We will give away $15,000 among our new clients, and 15 ounces of gold will be raffled off among our active clients. Take part in the celebratory raffle and
Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you are having a good morning. So today's analysis is going to be slightly different because we are studying the month. So we'll look at our charts from the monthly, then we'll scale down to weekly, then we'll move to daily, and then if time allows us, we'll move into a lesser time frame. So we'll start off with Euro USD here. We'll start off with Euro USD, then we'll look at it from the weekly point of view, then we also scale down even to a lesser time frame so that we see exactly what we expect to be happening this month. Okay, this is how the chart looks. If I minimize it, this is how it looks widely. So I had a trend line which was from this point running all the way towards this level here, and then I marked this as a resistance, this point here, also this as a resistance, and then also this as a resistance, and then I also have this as a resistance. So technically we wanted price to come back to this level here so that we can sell it when it hits that point. That has not happened. The price just pulled back upwards, and somehow we are still on the upper side. We are still heading upwards, but there's a level here where price must break above before we confirm that we are continuing to the upper side. Actually, it is above this one here. Price must clearly ascend and close above this level to confirm that you're continuing upwards. As it is now, this may be a sign that you're heading upwards. The previous week's candle actually was a very big green candle, could be a sign that we are continuing to the upper side. But look at this, look at the way price went up and the way it did the same here. Instead, it continued down. So if you confirm what happened from this point here up to where the price is now, look at the green candles, compare them with the red candles, then look at the size of those green candles and the size of the red candles which follows the green candles. The first green one was this, the next one was a big red one. It continued down. There's a green, some green minor one, but the following candles are actually bigger. We had a green one followed by a green one, but it continued down. Then there's a green one which has been followed by a big red candle. Now we're having a green candle. This needs a confirmation. Before we say that this is upwards, we actually need a very good confirmation that we're continuing upwards. As it is now, this could still be a sell. The price may end up closing below where it opened, or it may close just slightly below 1.1160. So if you are looking at Euro USD, I recommend a sell. I recommend you wait for a good sign. Do not pick a buy at the moment, but wait for a good sign that we are selling it so that you pick a sell. Or if price close above the line which I've drawn, then we should expect it to proceed even higher up to the upper trend line. As it is now, on the monthly, we are waiting. Just look at it. This was a sell, this pin bar. We had a pin bar which pointed for a sell here, and then the next candle also was a sell, this one, and then we expected now the candle which closed green to be closing to the lower side. That did not happen. Instead, it closed above. So expect a sell on this one. We still expect a sell as long as the price does not close below 1.1160. On the weekly, this is a very good level, but then price gapped above it. This is a minor gap. We have this, and then we also have this one here. So this is a very good weekly level. If price does not clearly close above the zone which I've just drawn on the weekly, this is a sell. Despite the fact that the price gapped upwards, this is still a very good sell on the weekly. So I expect a sell on the monthly. I'm seeing a possible sell on the weekly. Therefore, if I see a sell on the daily, I'll basically just pick that sell without thinking. So on the daily, this is still also a sell. I'm not seeing this is still a sell on the daily. So if you see any sell signal on Euro USD, you should be picking that sell without thinking a lot. So if you see any clear sell signals, you should be taking that sell, pick it, hold on to it, expect price to go up to at least this point here. There's a level here where price must first of all break below. So before I conclude this as sell, there's a very good formation here for upwards. Look at this. There is this, like a shoulder, inverted shoulder, first shoulder. It came up, down, continued down, it came down, it came back, and then it formed. This is like a top, an inverted bottom. So what this means is, if this is the neck of this shape, then we expect price to move at least this number of pips from this point up to this point here, which means there is still some move to the upper side. We still expect price to at least move upwards, and it may continue up to this point, this one here. So although we are seeing the possibility that we could sell off from where the price is now, also expect a move to the upper side. So if price closes above 1.1201, then you should expect it to proceed even higher. This is what may happen. So this is the projected move, a very big move to the upper side still. So there's a sell on the weekly, there's a sell on the monthly, but on the daily we are seeing the possibility that the price may continue upper. So if you buy it, just know you're buying it on the daily basis. Therefore, only hold on to that buy based on the daily. If you see a take profit on the daily, you pick your profits. We move forward, GBP USD on the monthly. On the monthly, we expected a sell some few days ago. And just a second, I'll delete all this first. We had a level here. This is a very good support. So when price closed below this level and this candle, this indecision, could not close below this line, we actually expected a sell. So that did not happen. Instead, the price pulled back up and even formed a reversal sign. This is a very good reversal sign. This formation, a big red candle followed by indecision, followed by a green candle. This means we are still heading to the upper side. So if you are looking at GBP USD, only wait for retracement up to this level here. This one. Only wait for price to retrace back up to this point, 1.2717. Then you should be able to pick a long-term buy. Expect that buy to take price up to this resistance. This is a very good monthly resistance where I'm drawing this level. Expect price to proceed first up to this point. Then if it goes above that level, we should expect it to proceed even higher up to 1.4207. On the weekly, we have the same place. This one, we expect a move up to this point, but there's a level here. This is also a very significant line on the weekly. So we had support, a break below, a retracement, continuation, a resistance. So if price pulls back to this level here, then that should give us the correct place to buy it from up to the very top. So this chart basically is a buy, but only if price comes back to this level here. If price pulls back down up to this point, 1.2741, then you should be able to pick a buy to 1.3309. This one. On the daily, you have the same level. This is a very good level. Yeah, it's a very good support. where we need price to come back up to so that we can buy it from that point. We expect that buy to take price even higher. So if you are looking at this chart as we're speaking, you should be waiting for a buy if price pulls back down up to this point here. If price comes back to this level, somewhere in between this range, then we should be able to pick a buy from that point up to 1.3309, this one here. So we'll move forward. We move to our next symbol, USDJPY. USDJPY so far from the monthly. From the monthly, we had a support here where price bounced off from. Then we also had this as a resistance. Then we had a wider range from that point. We also had this level here, then one line at the top, and then another one from the bottom. So these are basically the levels to look for on the monthly. As it is now, there is a line here, this one. This is also a very significant level where price needs to break above before we can say anything. The price must break above this level before we can say this is a buy. As it is now, this is a sell. This is a very good support. We had a support, there's a break, a resistance, continued, a resistance. So if price does not break above this line here, then this should give us a very good place to sell from. So technically, USDJPY is a sell, but only if price comes back up towards this level here. If price comes to this level, we should be able to pick a sell from that point up to 106.17, this one. So we'll move forward. We'll move to the same chart on a lesser time frame, weekly. Weekly, the previous week's candle was actually a very good sell candle. If you are looking at this chart now, you should be looking for a sell. We have this as support, 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 a support, a support. There's a break below, a retracement. It came back, a retracement, and it continued down. It came back as a retracement, and then we've actually seen an engulfing candle around a key level. So this is a very good place to sell from, 108.76. Let's look at this. This is a bearish engulfing candle. Just a second. This one. This is a bearish engulfing candle. We also have this as a bearish engulfing candle, and then we also have this as a bearish engulfing candle, which means if price comes back to 108.76, you should be able to pick a sell, expecting that sell to take price up to 106.17. Actually, on the daily, on the weekly, this is the point. So pick a sell when price comes back to 108.76. Hold on to that sell up to 104.58, this level here. So I hope that makes sense. We are waiting for a sell, but only if price comes back to 108.76. So we'll move forward. We move forward to our next chart, and that should be SP500. And before I open that chart, I want to say that if you are looking for a sell on USDJPY, you should be looking for the same sell on SP500. The two appears to be moving in the same direction. At least for now, they are moving in the same direction. So if you are looking for a sell on this one, just as I've said, you should also be waiting for a sell here. Then look at what has happened. Actually, the correction has been broken. We expected a sell also on this one, but as you can see, we actually continued massively to the upper side, which means this could now be heading to the upper side. So we had this here as a resistance. We also had this here as a resistance, and then we had this as a resistance. Then instead, there's now a break above, which means the price may likely proceed to the upper side. So as long as the price continues to be held above, This line here, we expect buyers to dominate. As long as the price remains above the upper trend line, expect it to proceed even higher, which means that the sell we are seeing on the USDJPY, actually it could hold on for some time. It may not necessarily happen now. It may happen in the future, but not necessarily now. So the two appears to be moving in the same direction, as I've said. On the daily, there's still the same break. Let's look at how perfect this chart is. A very good resistance here, a very good resistance, a very good resistance here, and then there's a break above, which means we expect price to proceed to the upper side. So if price sustain this breakout, that is if it holds on above this level until the end of this week, then we'll simply wait for retracement so that we can continue buying it even higher. We'll move forward to our next chart, and that should be Brent oil. We have Brent oil here. So Brent oil closed just as I said last week. It continued upwards. It closed as a continuation candle, an inside continuation candle. So we expect price to proceed. Let price go up to the upper trend line. Let price come back up to this level here. Then you should be able to pick a sell from that point up to 57.798 here. So expect a move towards this trend line. Pick a sell from that trend line up to 57.78. And if price goes below that level, wait for retracement. Then you pick a sell from that point up to 45.67. This one. This chart looks very much clear on the weekly. I don't want to look at it from the monthly because it looks really good on the weekly. Therefore, I'll hold on to the same position which I had last week, a buy. I'm still holding on to that buy now. So we move forward to the last symbol, which is gold. Gold went above our trend line. We are still above the same trend line. So basically, if you see any sign for a buy on gold, you should be able to buy it. Pick that buy. Expect that buy to take price up to at least 1553.67. So hold on to that buy positions up to the level which I've mentioned, 3.68. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them under the chat option. I'll be able to respond immediately I see any message. So thank you. See you tomorrow.
For gifts, FreshForex will give presents to all clients of the company. We will give away $15,000 among our new clients, and 15 ounces of gold will be raffled off among our active clients. Take part in the celebratory raffle and get your prizes. FreshForex turns 15. A birthday is a good reason for gifts. FreshForex will give presents to all clients of the company. We will give away $15,000 among our new clients, and 15 ounces of gold will be raffled off among our active clients. Take part in the celebratory raffle and get your prizes.